Well, turns out there's been a lot of bannings in Magic the Gathering recently, but you know what survived unscathed? 5-color Ugin. We're throwing the old script out the window, and this video will focus on card choices and why I'm playing this deck. So this deck has it all. It has early threats, late game threats, it has card drawing, it has life gain, and it has ramp. Who needs growth spiral when you have your 1 mana Gilded Goose? We have your 3 mana mutate Migratory Greathorn. You have your 4 mana Solemn Simulacrum, and you have your 5 mana Golos Tireless Pilgrim. So there's a good chance on turns 1 through whatever you're going to be ramping, which makes 5-color totally possible. So let's talk about Gilded Goose, the awkward penguin birds of paradise. It can keep you in the game by helping you gain life. And also, not to go unnoticed, is it has flying, which means creatures with mutate also will have flying. So we discussed Migratory Greathorn. Best case scenario is you play Migratory Greathorn turn 2 and ramp and get a 3/4 flyer. If your goose gets cooked, you have a turn 2 3/4. That's still crazy. Also with mutate, we have Boneyard Lurker, which gets back a permanent from your graveyard. And as you will see, this deck has a lot of permanents. And if you mutate on a creature that has mutate, double triggers. And being a 4/4 for 4 is also not terrible. In addition to ramping, Solemn Simulacrum also provides a way to draw more cards. And I'm also now playing a singleton Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, for threat diversity, life gain, drawing cards, ramp. I found that 1 is the right amount for me. Also, to shore up the early game, we have Scavenging Ooze, 2/2 for 2, also a way to gain life and remove things from the graveyard. And if you play in any other Eternal format, you'll know this card is pretty darn good. So what are we going to do with all our mana? We're going to play big spells. So we have Golos, Tireless Pilgrim's activated ability, which gets us possibly 3 free spells per turn. We have Ugin the Ineffable, which is a way to get rid of colored permanents. And then we have Ugin the Spirit Dragon, which just gets rid of most everything that exists in Standard. Ugin the Spirit Dragon is the reason I'm playing this deck. And even better, he costs 2 less if Ugin the Ineffable is in play. This deck is all permanents except for our 1 removal spell, Tyrant's Scorn. For my mana base, I have all lands that can come into play untapped. So I chose 4 Breeding Pool, 4 Overgrown Tomb, 1 Stomping Ground, 1 Temple Garden, 6 Forests, 4 Islands, 1 Mountain, 1 Plains, and 3 Swamp. For sideboard, I also added 2 Parcel Beast for extra mutate triggers and a 2/4 that could possibly come out for 2 mana. And it also gives us a way to see more cards. And the rest of our sideboard, we have 4 Noxious Grasp to come in against anything white or green. We have 2 Negate and 2 Lazotep Plating, which also gives us a surprise 1/1 we can also mutate off of. We have our 1 Mass Manipulation. We have our 1 Shark Typhoon, 2 Necromentia, and 1 Thought Distortion. If you ever want to watch me stream this deck, you can see me on Twitch. Link in the description.